And aggression is on the menu, folks. Damage both ways. And Heroic have seen enough.
Oof. Likely able to establish there's 3 players in Banana here. Flashing in, fighting through.
Oh, good flash from Hootsie. Traces onto Shush. Spotted him out, cannot find the frag. It's Nico that's wanting more, and that's Tessus with a freebie. A huge frag to slow down this G2 roll.
G2 have to do something right now. They have hardly any nades right now to defend with. We still have 1:12 on the clock. They have to do something proactive here. They're just going to swing on out into the fight. Hooksie. Oh, I don't think he was expecting anything there. Does grab one back. The pressure now over towards A, mounting.
Oh, it's on Monacy. And Tessus baits the shot. They're running
Apartments
does get in. Apartments doesn't find him either. And Yabi just gets away from JKS. This is all hanging in the balance. Cadian, has he slipped the net?
They don't know he's here. They don't know at all.
He's calling for his boys. He's going to get these frags.
Dead to rights.
Oh, they're going to be so mad. Hootsie, a passing glance. And Cadian reveals himself. Now the trade is... Oh! Hunter loses his head, and Cadian loves that one.
Shakes that one off. That was pressure. That was pressure right there. Making a play to win them around right here, and that is 11. The save has to be on for Monacy and JKS. But so does the hunt, so does the pressure. This isn't going to stop just yet. Take a look, constricting any movement here. Yabi, he's already up close and personal.
They could lose it all. Fighting to defend their right to bear arms in round 22.
Down can molly this pit position. They can wait for this. There's no rush.
Oh, that molly. Destined for glory. JKS forced wide. Prime picking. Zoe defends. Takes down Yabi. Stown not brave enough to try again. Goes late, and JKS holds on.
Important to save this rifle here. Not a whole lot of cash right now for G2 to work with. They should probably take a timeout of their own right now to have this conversation, because Financial Squalor, it's in play here. And this Banana Biff, there was so much utility used on both sides of the server there. I think we had hardly anything for either of them to work with, and we had 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. But that one from Cadian, that's a captain's round right there. You can see, understanding the pressure that they're applying right here. It will just be one saved AWP, one M4, and we've seen this one before. Cadian on the log, sits him down.
In the head-to-head. Too quick for Monacy. Cadian, a big opening. Hunter trying to weasel past them as it ships in the night. They are through. And Hunter doing crazy things! The double kill! Gives G2 a chance. A little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Wait, hold up. Look at Stown. Look at how much space he has.
They can't rotate back.
All this space is taken here. I don't think they'll be ready for this. There's no way. Hooksie clears tight.
There's no way.
They can smoke off CT here. Shush has one available. This is looking great. Hooksie into the jaws.
Hook, line, and sinker. Threat neutralized. The Stown extends. Catches JKS. Long-range pickings. That is gonna be 12. And Yabi wants to take it all away. Nico trying to maintain his M4. It is the finest of margins that can determine these rounds, and so holding on to this M4 would be welcome.
What a moment for the Heroic players to step up with some massive plays here. Cadian's move, Stown's in the back-to-back. I know it was against a lighter buy, but they're in trouble, and trouble comes Nico's way. His name in Katowice has been Yabi. The trouble for everybody, the top, the tippy top of the stats, and he'll just get a nice clean one there to close things out. This is now a 2-round lead that Heroic have accrued here, and in that washing machine. That's where you're going to find yourself if you are a bit of a G2 fan. This was great from Hunter, but he was on his own, and as they scampered back, he gets this double kill. They don't commit. They have all this space, but they don't know. They know that JKS is still alive. They don't know where he is. Is he B? Is he pit? Well, they assumed he was hunkering down, and they didn't need to worry because Stown was ready to clown, and this is massive now for the Danes.
And that conversation rears its ugly head again. Has this undefeated G2 squadron on their run to the Katowice Grand Finals met their match on Inferno?
Huge gap in this here. They're just going to waltz into the B-bomb site. There's no reason
No
not
one
to.
there.
Yeah, this is a whole bunch of these missed smokes. We've seen this throughout the playoff stage. You can see that defines the pressure. Nico's footsteps heard. He's about to get a rude shock.
Yeah, that smoke implies he has no idea. He's down, jumps into the jaws of Nico. A perfect frag, takes him down, and the rest, I think, is already said and done.
And this map might be too. Heroic have found a different gear. They found another level right now. We're never going to count them out of this series. It didn't matter that G2 had that 2-0 start.
But yeah, the question you raised, an interesting question, a conundrum. Has G2 forgotten what losing feels like? HooXi. On to Stown, a nice weapon upgrade if he's brave. There's still a couple of those investigating Heroic members. They want to take some stuff away. The booster should have everything to say. Lovely from JKS. Likely draw the line in the sand there. Up to 13, 3-round lead. Only 3 required to secure Ancient.
This is the type of game, if you're G2, we don't know how the rest of these maps are going to play out. That's assuming we make it a little bit further, but you reflect on this. This will be in your absolute nightmares. You return to the second round of play in this map, running up mid into a full eco, giving it away, allowing Heroic to go on a streak of 6 rounds. They set up their CT side there. That is where Heroic were able to get their lion's share. Just 2 more in sporadic fashion. And another timeout here from G2. HooXi can drop, the buy is available, but they're starting to come into problems now. They're going to have to dig deep here if they want to ward away Heroic and get this one done in 3.
I mean, there is something quite poetic about it being done in 3, considering the history.
Honestly, only 8 kills to his name thus far. Hasn't been able to have the most amount of impact in this game. The youngest on the stage here.
Let's get this party started. As Cadian looks to lead with the AWP in his hands this round. Bomb on his back and a boost established. The crossfire's leaning 3 towards A.
Yeah, if we zoom out here, it makes a lot of... Hold up a second. Let's zoom in for a moment. Yabi immediately. Minute 30 on the clock has so much space to apply pressure, but not only that, if you try and rotate back from that long side into sight, he will lop your head off every day of the week here. So this smoke would normally reposition a long player, but HooXi will hang around. He has Hunter forward of it. He has 2 teammates over towards that porch side as well. Very fortunate here that he hasn't rotated into the jaws of Yabi. They put the faith in Nico again. Last round towards B. Lost track of things. 60 points of health, back of the site, only a smoke, pressure coming his way. Surely he's going to be screaming. He can hear these footsteps and long smoke again.
If Yabi can get away. Oh, Hunter strafes to his demise. Trade from m0NESY denied. Heroic meet HooXi. 1 back. Advantage held. Nico trying to play around the gaps, down aware. A re-smoke CT, but everyone that meets Tesses is bested. Nico back to the side, trying to hold on for everything he's worth. But the round converted.
And masterfully done here. All of those little details of pulling out the information. So Nico at that point, banana presence, they've got car, I need help, somebody rotate. Well, if we want information, we have to look somewhere. And they denied that long side. Hunter was ahead of the smoke, he had to play first. Steps into the jaws, loses his life. They feed again, m0NESY. Another death in that column. And now 14 for Heroic now. The loss bonus only 2,900 into that next round of play. It feels like G2 are going to have to take a partial investment here. Oh. And then they're going to have to try and run it 5 straight to get to overtime. Heroic are back in business.
JKS trying to hold on to the rifle just in time. We're sent back to spawn, but as we've highlighted, Heroic with the opportunity to disrupt.
This is the conversation right now if you're G2. JKS can drop a rifle, m0NESY and Hunter can buy their own. HooXi into an MP9. But Util is going to be not full across the board, and we know just how much is required here for the banana control. Nico, at least he's got a molly of smoke. They're going to start 3 towards B so they can Really stretched that with Hunter's presence here as well, but this is fast. They're rushing Mac-10s. They're not going to stop. This is the uppercut.
They're looking to knock him out. Knock him for 6. Just charging in. The double. Overlooked perhaps is Hooksy. That's the bomb, but only the one. Heroic. As G2 put everything on the line, it's up to m0NESY and JKS to kick up a fuss.
What a call.
I mean, come on, to charge straight up the guts of Banana.
That's knocked him out here. I spoke about the finances, the idea that they took that type of buy. They hedged 3 towards B, 15 regardless. And again, it's the max loss bonus, sure, but look at this. They just melt. They don't look for Hooksy. That doesn't matter. They don't need him. Shush. Massive stuff from him. He's been quiet throughout this one, and the frustration's starting to mount. Take that one into the break, boys.
The flash combination as well. You saw that first death for G2. You were blind in the Molotov and being rushed on.
This is the grit that Heroic have earned, have grown into. They've been the enemy of the state here in the Counter-Strike world over the last couple of years, but there's one thing that you can't argue with, there's one thing that you can't deny, and that's winning. And if they want to change that conversation, another trophy here, you throw that one on top of the 4 finals. You talk about the major final. This team, they've been beaten down, not just in the server.
G2, 5 deaths away from tasting defeat for the first time here in Katowice. Nico still happy to bring the fight to Banana. Heroic, they were already posturing. m0NESY and JKS have not been able to keep a lid on their attempts into A. No time like the present. m0NESY confirms. Body's there, great nade, lots of damage. m0NESY builds upon it. Damage inflicted onto him. Will slink back into the site with the man advantage. Yabi hoping he can catch him on the cross back, a big frag back. Claws Heroic into the A site. Hunter will take the space. And Hooksy quaking in his boots, 12 HP, what's the man to do? Warding on the cross, good damage into Shush. Somehow still alive and kicking. As they will occupy the CT spawn. 40 seconds, Heroic. Take a moment, cut noise. Seeds of doubt sown as Hooksy's found. "20 seconds. Hunter, this cut of noise has got him nervous, apprehensive. 19 seconds though. There is grounds that G2 can destabilize if they can find that bomb carrier. Cadian being escorted into the site now. These frags worth everything for G2. Both filling the feed, JKS and Hunter. He can't plant and he can't win. As Hunter and JKS say we play again.
Oh, you got to take a question mark about some of these moves from G2. m0NESY in the site, pinned, happy to step across, gets taken out. Hooksy as well, trying to jump, thinking he can make that leap on 12 points of health here. Given over a couple of gifts. Heroic, I feel like it's only going to be a matter of time before they get this one done, holding on by their fingertips right now. It's that combo of Hunter and JKS, the safest pair of hands in the server here.
42 frags between those two. From different corners of the globe, united in a common goal. And so close to glory. But every good story has your hero start to doubt. Start to question. The path to glory is never easy. And Heroic find their voice in the Hall of Heroes just in time.
It's just going to be a B pounce here, and this B bomb site, it's been rough. It's been more than rough. They're pushing in.
Eco, so blind, perfect flashes. The beginning, perhaps of the end, as Shush leaps into Hooksy's brain with that Mac-10. Hopeless. On the retake, G2. Try as hard as they might, Shush fighting tooth and nail to do what no team has done before in Kato. Records may have been made. It's Heroic that will stop them in their tracks. Only Modesty and Heroic show life in this grand final.
Heroic by name, heroic by nature, taking down the undefeatable right here. Now they know what it feels like to lose. And is that the Danes getting themselves back in this series? A Herculean effort. They haven't given up just yet. They're not done. Cadian won't allow it.